Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So it is the first Tuesday of the month, which means I am talking to you guys today about my top 5 July releases that I need to own at some point. So just like June, there may be 1 or 2 in my top 5 here that I might wait for a sale on, but honestly, this month is much better than last month, at least in terms of the movies I'm looking for. So really excited about the 5 that I have in my top 5. Then of course I do have a few honorable mentions as well. So really excited to talk about some July releases. But before we get into that, if you guys have a second, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to the top 5 July 2022 releases that I need to own. Alright, so we'll start with my honorable mentions like I always do. This month, though, I only marked down 3 of them as I was going through the list, and I do have them all listed on my phone here. So I'm going to start off. We are fittingly sitting in my Criterion section behind me. So the first one I want to talk about is The Devil in a Blue Dress, and this one is releasing on July 19th from the Criterion Collection. And of course, this is getting that 4K treatment. So this is a movie that I've actually never seen before, but I am so tempted to blind buy this one because it has the wonderful Denzel Washington, who is just one of the best of the best. And so because of that, and from what I was reading, it sounds like it's a neo-noir, which is just interesting to me. You guys know I love neo-noir. I did the whole neo-noir-vember last year, and I had such a great time with that. So I'm really contemplating getting this one. Let me know down below, like, is this a movie you guys love? I know it's pretty popular, but it won't take much to sway me to pick this one up this month. So this one is currently $24.99 on Amazon and at Barnes & Noble for the month of July. But make sure you get that in July, otherwise it jumps up to $50, which is absurd. So don't pay that $50, pay the $25. So that's the first one. And then the second one here is actually a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. This is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So this one, of course, coming from Disney on July 26th, and it's getting another 4K release. So this is one, like, I will obviously, of course, have this in my collection at some point, but much like with Spider-Man, the latest Spider-Man film that I talked about a couple months ago, I'm not caught up. So there's no need for me to run out and drop the $30 on this release on release day because I'm not going to watch it right away anyway. So I'll eventually get this one. These go on sale down to like $15-20 relatively frequently, and I'm able to find them at Disc Replay pretty often, so I'll probably get this one down the road. But this is one that there are multiple versions of, because of course there are. And this one, there's like a Walmart 4K exclusive, a Target 4K exclusive, and a Best Buy Steelbook exclusive. So many different releases on here. Definitely do your research to figure out which one it is that you want to pick up. For my money, I would just go with the slipcover version of this. Like, I've never seen the movie. I don't know if it's any good or not. I'm not going to spend the extra cash on the Steelbook. So yeah, this one is $29.96 on Amazon for that standard slipcover edition. No clue what all these special editions are going to be. I'm guessing they're probably going to be $35. That's typically what they are. So keep that in mind. And then the last one on my honorable mentions here, this one is releasing also on July 26th from Paramount Pictures. This is the 4400, the complete series, and this one is releasing on Blu-ray. So this was a series that ran for 4 seasons from like 04 to 07, I believe, or 03 to 07, somewhere around there. And I've actually not seen this, but I have been interested in watching this series for years now. I remember my wife actually watched this streaming. It was not while it was live, it was after the fact, but she watched it streaming somewhere and she really enjoyed it. And so it's one that I've always wanted to check out. Basically, we're following like this group. So it talks about in the synopsis, like thousands of people go missing every single year in the States. And this series follows these 4,400 people who all just come back one day. And so the police are trying to figure out like what is going on. I think it sounds like sci-fi-esque. I don't really know exactly what's going on here, but it sounds just interesting. And so this is one that I definitely want to check out. It almost reminds me a little bit of Manifest, which, because Manifest is so popular right now, like I'm guessing that may be why the 4400 is getting a Blu-ray release at this point. That's just speculation. I have no clue, of course, but they seem like Excuse me, they seem like very similar shows though, so that's probably why this one is getting popular, or a Blu-ray release. So only 3 releases here, and I should mention this one is $59.99 on Amazon right now. So this is one where if I can find this closer to that $40 range sometime in the near future, I'll probably pick this one up. One, my wife will enjoy watching it again, I'm sure, and I'm just looking forward to checking this one out myself. So another one, let me know down below. Do you like this series? And if so, is it worth the $60? Let me know what your thoughts are. But those were my 3 honorable mentions. Normally I do 5, but I only picked out 3 this time. So now let's jump over to my top 5. And like always, the honorable mentions were in release order. These are going to be in my anticipated order here. So number 5 all the way down to my number 1 most anticipated release of July. Coming in at number 5 is a movie from my childhood that I absolutely love. This is releasing on July 19th, Good Burger, the 25th anniversary edition from Paramount Pictures. So this is actually a Blu-ray steelbook of this release. Now, this did release, I want to say it was last year, I think, and I did pick up that Blu-ray at that point. Did I review it? I don't think I reviewed it, but I watched it, I know, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it holds up surprisingly well for a stupid Nickelodeon comedy from 1997, but I still had a blast with it. I'm sure a lot of that is nostalgia, so you might not like it or appreciate it quite as much if you didn't watch it when you were younger like I did, so keep that in mind going in. But to me, this movie held up and I had a blast with it. So this one is unfortunately the same release as that already came out, at least as far as I can tell. There are no additional special features or anything like that. This is just that same disc. The difference though is that we're getting a really nice steelbook on this one. So honestly, I'm not the biggest steelbook collector anymore. As you guys probably noticed, I don't think I've hauled many steelbooks at all this year, outside of like those 4K upgrades, because a lot of those I just didn't already have in the collection. But outside of that, I don't really seek out steelbooks that much anymore. But this is one that, like, basically the price is right. This is only $14.99 on Amazon, so I could see myself double dipping on this one just because I love the movie and I want to support it. Now, I really wish that they went a little harder for the 25th anniversary and did some new special features on here, but again, for the price, I mean, you're getting what you pay for at $14.99. So yeah, this one is cheap. The only special feature on here is the one that's ported over from the last Blu-ray, and that is the Good Burger segment, the original segment from All That, which is the show where Good Burger debuted. So yeah, that's it, unfortunately. But again, it's $15. It is what it is. So this is one that, even though I'm not the biggest steelbook guy anymore, I'll probably end up upgrading this in this month just because it's so cheap. So why not support a film I love? So number 5, releasing on July 19th from Paramount Pictures, is Good Burger, the 25th anniversary steelbook. And the fact that this is 25 years old is just making me feel absurdly old. I cannot believe that, but it is what it is, I guess. Number 4 has to be Basketball from 1998. So this one is releasing on July 12th on Blu-ray from Mill Creek Entertainment. This is another one. Yes, this is a re-release on Blu-ray, but I don't have it in my collection. I have the DVD, but I don't have it on Blu-ray. So because of that, I'm going to take advantage of the absurdly cheap price of, how much is it right now? $10.69 on Amazon. And I'm going to pick this one up in this coming month because this movie is fantastic. This is from the creators of South Park, Matt Parker and Trey Stone. I always mix those up. I did it again. Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I do that every single time. But anyway, it's from them, and they star in this. If you like South Park, if you like that style of comedy, you'll probably enjoy Basketball if you haven't seen it. But this is a sports movie. Sort of, kind of. Basically, they create this sport, which is a mix of basketball and baseball, and it kind of takes the world by storm. But it's just stupid comedy. It's hilarious if you like that kind of comedy. I know, like, comedy is the most divisive thing in the world. What I think is hilarious, others think is stupid, and vice versa. So this is one, like, even if you, you haven't seen this one and you want to give it a shot, at less than $11, I think this is worth a blind buy. Unfortunately, it looks like there are no special features on this release, which again is just such a shame. Like, I wish some of these had more special features than they do. But I will note that I looked at the release of the original Blu-ray, and it looked like there was like one making of featurette and then like a trailer, and that was it. Nothing much at all. So why those didn't get ported over, or at least why they're not listed on the back of the box, box, I can't say. Hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised once I stick in the Blu-ray from Mill Creek, and they, at least those special features will be there, but time will tell. So yeah, this is a great movie if you haven't seen it. And again, the price, you can't beat it. $10.69 on Amazon right now. So that's why number 4 for me has to be the Blu-ray upgrade of BASEketball. Well, an upgrade for me because I only own the DVD. Coming in at number 3 is yet another catalog title, which honestly is the theme of this month. I think all but one of my top 5 are catalog releases because that's just the way it goes sometimes. But this one was released originally in 2014. This is Edge of Tomorrow. Some might know it as Live, Die, Repeat. I know they tried pushing that title after it released on home media, but I guess they've gone back to Edge of Tomorrow, which is good in my book. But anyway, this one is releasing from Warner Brothers today on July 5th, 2022. And this is, of course, the 4K upgrade of this film. So I love this movie. I saw it in theaters, one of the few movies that my buddy, who always sends me those physical media care packages, him and I saw in theaters together. Absolutely had a blast with it. It's just so much fun. Have seen it since. I own the Blu-ray 3D of this one, which even though I'll upgrade to the 4K, obviously I'm not going to get rid of the Blu-ray 3D of it because why would I? But yeah, this is a great movie. This is like a sci-fi military action take on the Groundhog's Day premise. We're following Tom Cruise's character who keeps dying in the battlefield, but then waking up that same morning. Like, he dies and then he immediately wakes up and it's that same day again. And he's just trying to figure out how to get on to the next day. Now, he is working with Emily Blunt, who is also just excellent in this movie, and they are our 2 main characters as they're trying to figure out how to kind of progress this day forward. But it is like an alien invasion movie. It's based on a manga that I read last year and really enjoyed. Honestly, I think I like the movie better than the manga, but it's probably just because I saw it first. But yeah, this is a great movie if you haven't seen this one, and I'm guessing that this 4K release is going to look great. That said, this is an upscaled 4K release rather than a native 4K. So, frankly, that doesn't really matter too much to me. I know some people make a huge deal about that, but I don't really care. Like, still, 2160p is going to look a lot better than 1080p. So, it is what it is. And it does not have Dolby Vision. Unfortunately, it's just HDR10 color grading, but still, I'd put money on the fact that this is going to be the best this movie is ever going to look. And frankly, I am going to put money on it because I'm going to buy it, when it comes out. But yeah, really looking forward to this. In terms of the special features, this is another one. Nothing new. It's all ported over from the original Blu-ray release, and there are no special features on the 4K disc itself. It is all it's all on that Blu-ray. So my guess is that it's just the same Blu-ray disc mixed with this 4K set. So yeah, this is another one. Like, it's not terribly expensive. I will mention there is a Best Buy exclusive steelbook, which I think it's 30 or 35. I guess I don't have it written down. I don't know. But the standard slipcover edition is $25.99 right now on Amazon. And frankly, I'll probably just go that route. I already have the steelbook for the Blu-ray 3D version, so I'll probably just go slipcover on the 4K release of this one. But yeah, so even though this isn't upscaled and not native, I'm still really looking forward to this. Even though I already have the special features, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I just want this picture quality. And actually, I think this one does not have, it does have a Dolby Atmos track, so that's good. And I'm sure this movie is going to sound amazing with Dolby Atmos, so thank goodness this one has a great audio track. Hopefully it's mixed well. Obviously I won't know until I get my hands on it, but yeah, really looking forward to checking out Edge of Tomorrow, which hopefully by the time you're watching this video on July 5th, I will have already purchased from my local Best Buy, but we shall see. So again, this one released today on July 5th from which company? Warner Brothers? Yes, Warner Brothers. So that is number 3 on my list. Coming in at number 2 is the only new release on this list. This is from 2022, the Bob's Burgers movie. And this one is being released by Disney/Buena Vista on July 19th. And fortunately, there is a Best Buy exclusive steelbook that does have the 4K disc for this, which is awesome. Now, this is a weird one because the only way to get this 4K, as far as I can tell, is this steelbook from Best Buy. So if you don't want that, then you'd have to go with the slipcover version, which is the Blu-ray only. Well, we might have Blu-ray and digital, I would imagine, because this, I believe, is 4K, Blu-ray, and digital. So, yeah, this is a weird one. I've never seen that before, but let me know if you guys have down in the comments below, and let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe I just missed it, but in my research, I couldn't find it. So, yeah, this is a movie, like, I am so excited to have this one in the collection. I meant to go see this in theaters with my sister and my future brother-in-law, and I were planning on going to see it, but sicknesses happened, vacation happened, and we just didn't get to the theaters, unfortunately. So once this one hits, I will be buying this day one without a doubt, because I love Bob's Burgers. This is one of my favorite television shows of all time, let alone one of my favorite animated shows of all time. So super excited about this. Cannot wait to see what this one's all about. And though the price on this Best Buy exclusive steelbook is more than I typically would like to pay, it's Bob's Burgers, so I'm going to spend the $34.99 that the steelbook is. This is another one that is an upscaled 4K release, which again, I'm not too worried about, but just something to keep in mind. It's not native 4K, and I don't have any idea what the audio track on this one is. It was not listed on bluray.com, which is what I use to make this video, so I'm not sure if that's going to be Dolby Atmos or if it's going to be a 5.1, the True HD 7.1. I frankly have no idea, but I'm guessing it's going to look and sound fine. It does have an HDR10 color grading at least, which is good. That said, there are a ton of special features on this release, which is awesome. Way too many to list. I will put up some screenshots. I actually had to do it in 2 screenshots because there were so many. But so there is a making of featurette, a theatrical short that played in some theaters around the country, I guess. There are like 4 deleted scenes with commentary tracks included. And then there's like 10 animation related extras on here as well. So like this thing is packed. I am genuinely shocked by how many special features are on here. And like I said, I believe the steelbook is $34.99 at Best Buy because that's the only place you can get it. But the Blu-ray, if you want that version instead, that is $24.99 on Amazon right now. So depending on which way you want to go, there's about a $10 swing between the Blu-ray and the 4K release of this one. But this is one I am happy to drop the money on Bob's Burgers because it's a favorite. So very much excited to add this one to the physical media collection. So coming in at number 2 is the Bob's Burgers movie from the Best Buy exclusive 4K steelbook. And then number 1 is a film that I consider one of my all-time favorites. This is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind from 2004, and this is releasing from Kino Lorber on 4K July 26th, so just a couple days after my birthday, so you know I am spending the money on this one. So, like I said, this is just one of my favorite films ever. I have it listed like on Letterboxd. I think it's listed as one of my 4 favorites. This is a movie that affected me so much the first time I saw it that I just watched it again and again and again. I loved it. This is a romance film, really. It's a love story, but it's a sci-fi love story, which is like the only real romance I want to watch. Like it's just so great. Basically, we are following Jim Carrey. His character finds out that his ex-girlfriend, played by Kate Winslet, she went through this procedure to erase her memories of their relationship, and that affects him. And so he decides, you know what, I'm going to do that too. But as he starts to go through the process, he realizes that this might not be exactly what he wants to do. So it's kind of just him dealing with this entire relationship, this breakup, and this, going through this procedure. And it's just awesome. The cast on this is amazing. This is really one of the first times I looked at Jim Carrey in a whole different light. Like, I've always loved Jim Carrey, but this is the first time I saw him in a more serious role, at least that I can recall, and he is so good. It's one of my favorite things when a comedic actor goes on to do something dramatic. I love it. Like, I think of Robin Williams in something like 1 Hour Photo. I think of this with Jim Carrey. Stranger Than Fiction a little bit with Will Ferrell as well. Like, just, I love when this happens. And so this is a movie that hit me in such a profound way. I am so excited to finally get this one on the 4K. And it's going to be done by Kino, so you know it's going to be handled lovingly. So let's talk about the audio. This is, or the AV quality on this. So on the visual side, it's the first native 4K release in today's video, and it does have Dolby Vision color grading. The 4K transfer was actually supervised by the cinematographer as well. So this is just being handled extremely with care. handled with care, whatever I'm trying to say. You know what I'm getting at. And so Kino, thank goodness Kino is handling this one. I cannot wait to see what this one looks like. And then on the audio side, we have, I believe, where is it? This is a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 track. So nothing special on the audio side, but I'm sure it's still going to sound amazing. I never had any issues with my Blu-ray that I own. I'm guessing that's the same track. So yeah, really looking forward to the visual side of this 4K release to see how it looks in Dolby Vision HD or Dolby Vision 4K color grading. And this is another one that looks like it is pretty loaded when it comes to the special features. That said, there's only one listed as new, and that is an interview with the cinematographer, which makes sense that they had him, supervise the color grading, so it makes sense that they got an interview with him. But other than that, everything else looks to be ported. It's the only one, when you look at Kino's website, it's the only one that's listed as new. Everything else doesn't have the new tag, so I'm assuming that it's all on the original Blu-ray or one of the Blu-ray releases that released previously. But again, I don't care. Whatever special features are on there, I am going to eat up because this movie is worthy of my time. I've already watched, it was years and years ago now when I first watched this, but that's when I first watched the special features and just fell in love with the movie even more. I own the script for this film. I've read it and I love it. Like, it's just so well written by Charlie Kaufman, directed by Michel Gondry. Like, it's just a fantastic combo. And there is a director and screenwriter commentary track on here. So that's one I will definitely be watching at some point in my life. So yeah, this is currently $26.49 on Amazon, but it's only $23.97 on Kino Lorber's website. Now, of course, you might have free shipping on Amazon, which you don't on Kino Lorber unless you add more movies, but something to keep in mind. So this is one that I will absolutely be picking up day one. I cannot wait to watch this one and hopefully review it for you guys this month, because anytime I get to talk about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I am going to take advantage of it. So number one most anticipated release of July is from Kino Lorber, releasing on July 26th, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind on 4K. All right, so those are my 5 releases that I have to own this month, but I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. What are you excited about? I know there are a ton more releases out there that I've not talked about today, and a lot of them are bigger ones that you guys are probably excited about. So let me know about those down in the comments below. And if you don't want to talk about new releases, talk about what you're planning on buying, even if it's an old title. Let me know down below. Anything you want to talk about there, I am game for. But I love making this video every month. It's so much fun to go to bluray.com and search through all of the upcoming titles. So I'm really excited about this month, though. It looks like a really strong month, but at least for catalog titles. Not so much on the new release side for me, but for catalog releases, I'm all in. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today. So if you did enjoy this one, please give it a like down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, so that is going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this one, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I will catch you guys next time.